Big up to my chosen ones, my light beings all around the world. Listen to this. You weren't made to fit in because you're set apart. You see, this world teaches us that we're one world, that we're all the same. Even when we grow up in classrooms, we're all bunched together as one. We all have the same curriculum, expectations, lessons. But the problem in that is, we are not all the same. You see, chosen ones are made different. Made with a special kind of chip from the Most High, from the universe. Sent here for a divine purpose. Sent here to teach, to heal, to protect, And with that purpose comes a different kind of skill set, different kind of abilities. You see, chosen ones, they tend to be faster, stronger, smarter, more adaptable, more connected to the spiritual world. Lucky, some people would say. Gifted, singers, rappers, dancers. They tend to be attractive, not just on the energetic sense, on a physical sense. You see, chosen ones, you're set apart. And everybody knows this, except from you. Most of you know people around you. You encounter a lot of haters, a lot of people that are jealous, a lot of people that stop your opportunities, that destroy, distract you. They don't want you thinking. They don't want you seeing who you truly are. They don't want you stepping how you should truly step. They don't want you moving how you should really move. Chosen ones, you're humble. But at the same time, it's time you start seeing yourself for who you are. Seeing yourself for how beautiful, how gifted, how strong, how resilient, how loving you are. And at times of you being validated by people, it's done. It's over. You see, chosen ones, you was never meant to be a part of that group, that friend group. You was never meant to be in that environment. And if you was meant to be in that environment, it's for them to learn a lesson from you. But now that you're no longer around these people, now that you're no longer in these environments, it's time you step into the new you. It's time you detach yourself from these places, from these people, from these things. Those things that are still attached to your older version, your older life, your older timeline. Chosen ones, you was never meant to seek no validation from people who can never understand or fathom the weight you carry or your calling. See, the problem with a lot of you is you spend time around people trying to explain yourself, trying to explain why this and why that. But the whole time you're going through 100 different things which this person doesn't know about. That if this person was carrying, they'll be in worse of a state than you are. You need to stop explaining yourself to people who have no idea what you're going through, who will never know any idea what you're going through, who will never be able to carry what you carry. You see, chosen ones, the same people that expect you to be validated by them, the same people that expect you to beg to be a part of their group, their society. They can never be like you. But one day they will want to be like you. They will want to know the shit that you know. Because those that were first will be last, and those that were last shall be first. And chosen ones, you've been lost for a very long time, and the tables are turning. The system is changing. You need to stand in your power. You need to stand with confidence. Because you're a lone wolf out. You lot are the definition of a lone wolf. You don't need nobody except from yourself and the Most High. And if anybody around you is in your life here, they need to see that as a blessing. And anybody else can keep it stepping. That rhymed. You feel me? Now you outshine these people every time. Even in your lowest moments, even when you have the whole world against you, you're still shining. And I know sometimes you might not see it, but the Most High does. That's why He believes in you. That's why He chose you to begin with. That's why He chose you in the first place. Some of the time you lot, like I said, you're set apart. So you're gonna find yourself lonely sometimes. You're gonna find yourself isolated sometimes. But it's in that isolation that you grow. It's in that isolation that you seek. You find independence, you feel me? Self-sufficiency, you feel me? Spiritual growth, healing. That's when you're at your prime, chosen ones. And the day that you realize that, isolation isn't darkness, it's more of a training room. It's more of a room that you need to go into to step out of and be a better version of yourself. When you start seeing it like that, it becomes easier. You start seeing it as a blessing. Because your space, your time, your energy is a blessing. It's yours. Nobody can take that away from you. So you need to give that out, utilize it accordingly. So going forward in this day and age, chosen ones, as you lot probably know, a lot of you are isolated, or you're slowly coming out of isolation, or whatever part of your journey you find yourself on. Isolation's been an important part of it. But whatever you may be in your journey, I need you to understand one thing now. It's imperative you be yourself. It's imperative you try to be authentically who you are in this day and age. It's imperative you do the things you are here to do. The skills that you have, impart that on the world. If you're able to talk and you have that energetic ability to connect to people, then you need to talk. You need to start talking the topics. You know what I'm saying? If you're a visual creator, you need to do some visuals. If you're a verbal creator, like singer, rapper, you need to do that. If you're whatever it is, yeah, you know what it is, gang. If you're a healer, you need to start doing counseling, one-to-ones. You need to start doing that thing. Whatever it is, you know what it is. You need to start doing that, because nobody out here can do it like you. You're a chosen one. See, it's mental here. One thing I failed to add here is that, as well as being set apart, sometimes you always you stand out as well, as in it works in opposite ways. Sometimes you can walk in the room and nobody sees you. Sometimes you walk in the room and everybody sees you and everybody gravitates to you. Feel me? So some places you don't need to be in anymore. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to be around people that don't see you, don't see your achievements, and I know you had that. If you're chosen one, I know you had that. I know you've done well in certain situations. You accomplished things that you even thought you couldn't do. Nobody applauded you, nobody clapped for you, nobody done nothing for you. You was your own audience. You understand? That's not the way you should be living, chosen ones. You deserve way better than that. You've been giving your heart, your energy out to people for far too long, for years, decades. And the least people can do is say thank you. The least people can do is hug you or call you someday and say, yo man, you okay? When's the last time anybody just called you and say yeah, I just called to see if you're okay, is anything you need? You know what I'm saying? It's because you're around the wrong people. You're around people thinking for you, this society, these groups, because you're set apart. You need to align yourself with other set apart individuals. You need to align yourself with like beings. You feel me? These people won't even know you from Adams, but I guarantee they'll support you. Tell them you're doing something, they'll be like, oh, you can do it, man. Listen, if you need any help, I'll be whatever it is, they'll support you, gang. And you don't know these people. And people you know for your whole life, people like, you know, in your close society or whatever, your neighborhood or whatever, they don't give a F about you, man. They didn't care less. They know what you're going through. They don't care less. You understand? So you know what? I think the days are done. If you just giving yourself to people who are not aligned with you, not everyone's for you. And it's been a long journey. It's taken you a lot of lessons for you to figure this one out. But I figure you're at that stage now when you're starting to realize, yes, a lot of people are not for you. A lot of people aren't for you, bro. A lot of people don't want the best for you. They don't want your safety. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about your well-being, your mental health. They don't care about none of that. Your finances. They want you finito. They want you destitute. They want you suffering. They want you out on the street talking nonsense, you feel me? Taking substances. Do you get what I'm saying? So chosen ones, remember who you are. And don't let anybody tell you different. I'm not saying you're perfect. You can be better than what we are. But you're good enough. You're great, you're wonderful. In a lot of ways and a lot of things you do. And it's time you recognize it, and it's time the people around you recognize it. If they don't recognize it, if they don't let you know how grateful, appreciative they are having you in their life, they need to go. They need to start loving you like the Most High. You need to start loving yourself like the Most High loves you. 'Cause that's true love, that's the only love I know. And everything else just needs to get X'd out. So chosen ones, you know what I'm gonna say. Do me this one favor. Stay locked. Stay focused, stay grounded, and most importantly, stay